Hey, this is Dalton at Dalton TFs with another video from Titan's Return Wave 3. This is Firedrive and Autobot Hot Rod. At least they got the name Hot Rod back in, one form or another. So there he is, image of him attaching or detaching, whichever you choose to see it as. Same artwork on the side. And you get your typical blurbs on the back with breakaway. I don't know how I feel about that yet. On the back you get your typical little first sentence, and then here it says, Firedrive gives Hot Rod an electrostatic fire blast that disables the systems of enemy targets it hits. So you get the 12 steps, one for the Titan Master, and we'll get this guy open and we'll go from there. Alrighty, so here we have Hot Rod out of his packaging, and I gotta say, he looks really good. Has a little bit of a problem rolling. This wheel's a little tighter than the rest. But other than that, I mean, he rolls decently, even with that issue. I mean, very low clearance though. I mean, you can see right there that there's not much clearance with the, front of the shins there. Very nice, clean undercarriage. You can kind of just see the robot feet and part of the abdomen. Other than that, it does a pretty good job of hiding the robot mode. I do gotta say, I love the design of the vehicle mode. I like that more cartoon / G1 toy look that he's got to him. The only thing I don't really care much for is the bright red as opposed to the, the magenta pinkish color that he's supposed to have from the cartoon. Excuse me. I do, however, like the orange and the yellow flame here on the front, the orange headlights, a little bit of silver there on the engine. The blue canopy, very beautiful translucent blue. The red isn't a bad match. It is, or I mean bad job. I mean, it's close, but it's just a hair off. You got the big yellow spoiler here at the back. I do really like that. The gray exhaust pipes, I might go ahead and paint those silver. Black wheels, Repper Labels has a set out for those. I'll probably get that. Got the little vents here and the exhaust pipe, bringing in the Classics version of Hot Rod, or Rodimus. You can see the Hot Rod is a bigger vehicle mode, but that's going to change in robot mode. Has the wider spoiler, and again, we'll get to that in robot mode. But as you can see, like I said, this is more based on the G1 toy and cartoon, whereas this is based on the concept car, the Dome Zero, and mine is in really bad shape. So, but you can see right there a little homage to that rear thruster. But I like it. It works for what it's trying to do. You've got Firedrive here, or Firebolt, for those who know the Target Master version of the character. And stand right there, or bring in his two blasters, which can plug here on the side of the vehicle mode. I don't know why you do that. It just looks a little weird. Got these two little holes right here, a little tab right there, and vice versa on the other side. Two tabs here, a little hole there. Just put them together like this at an angle, and they kind of dovetail together to form a double-barreled cannon thing that plugs into the engine block, much like his original Target Master, Firebolt originally used to. And we're going to go ahead and plug Firedrive into here. Going to get that whole Target Master homage going. And as far as storage, vehicle mode, just open up the canopy and he sits right in there. And it looks like a little cockpit. You got a little control panel right here. Zoom in so you can see it a little bit better. And looking at Firedrive himself, zoom in here, get a good look at that head sculpt and just the molding. It looks really good. I'm finally getting some new molds for these Titan Masters. It's nice. We'll look at the head mode here shortly, but you got the little thing there that matches up with the rest of the head, so we'll take a look at that here in just a few minutes. Let's go ahead and get on to Hot Rod's transformation, and finally I'm glad to have that name again in the mainline release. We got it with the Masterpiece. I mean, it's still got the Autobot prefix in front of it, but it's still, finally Hot Rod instead of Rodimus. So as far as the transformation goes, you want to go ahead and untab these pipes from the other half, bring up the rear spoiler, and bring the whole rear end of the vehicle down. Unfold that. Those will become the legs in robot mode. Unsplit these to become the arms. Rotate that just to get it ready. Flip out the feet. Go ahead and close up the back wheels. And rotate them at the waist. And you're going to want to put this little section here down and fold up the chest, unfold the hands, there we go, and bring up the spoiler piece. And there you pretty much got Hot Rod in robot mode. Let's go ahead and add Firedrive, which is double transformation. We'll go ahead here in just a minute, and you got to kind of get it in there at an angle because most times I can't get it in properly on the way it's supposed to. There we go. And there we've got Hot Rod. And I mean, it's alright. It does what it needs to do. It looks like Hot Rod. My biggest problem, and I know everyone else's, is the fact that his shoulders are so thick that you can't really see the spoiler. I think there is a way to fix it just by shaving down some of this plastic right here. But then you kind of lose the... Well, I guess it'll work. I'll have to try it and see. That way we can at least see the spoilers a little bit better. And for those who don't like this whole little thing in the middle of his gut, and just open the chest, unfold the bumper, and there you've got his more traditional, chest. But just for the sake of the video, let's just keep it like that. I mean, not bad overall. Mine is a little loose in the legs. I might try to fix that up, but there's also a lot of stress marks right on the stem there on the waist. So if push comes to shove, I might just get a second one of these just to be on the safe side. And as far as his weapon goes, I really wish that there was a way that they could have molded in another handle here at the bottom so he can hold the double-barreled gun. But as it stands, it makes a great pair of guns, just like the original Hot Rod had, and as well as the Masterpiece, and you just seen him do the splits. We'll get into articulation in a second, Hot Rod, just hold on. Alright, so taking a closer look at the head sculpt, it is Hot Rod, but it looks a little more like Ironhide. It just looks too much like Ironhide to me. Maybe it's just because there's so little paint in the area, or probably because it's so rounded and it's supposed to be a little bit slimmer. But you can see here how that arm matches up with the rest of the head, so nice to see they did that. Head rotates not quite 360 due to everything that's in the way here, but it does get a good amount of movement. I mean, it does rotate 360 with it being a ball joint, just not very well in this torso. Ball jointed shoulders. Move in and out, kind of out of the way, but he still ends up hitting himself in the head. Rotates at the biceps, not 360 because of this little tab right here. It just gets in the way. So, I mean, it works for what it needs to. Just about 90 degrees at the elbow. Waist swivel, finally. Well, I mean, most of the deluxes do. Ball jointed hips. Thigh swivel. Just a little less than 90 degrees at the knee, and we get a little bit of toe articulation. So, not too bad overall in robot mode. He does look the part of Hot Rod as far as the American version. So let's go ahead and get the deluxe, the classics Hot Rod in robot mode, and we'll do that comparison. And here we have Hot Rod with Rodimus from the classics line, and yeah, he is quite smaller than Hot Rod in robot mode. But, I mean, at least with this one, you can kind of see the spoiler. They still come up a little high, the shoulders. And then you got the backpack here in the way. But at least you can, see some of them, whereas here you just see right there. And I think you know, this kind of shows more what I was talking about with the head looking too much like an Ironhide. At least with this one, it has a more pronounced crest at the front, as well as, you know, having the slimmer jawline on the helmet. And of course the yellow here on the crest. But, you know, not a huge problem. Nothing a little bit of paint or ripple labels can't fix. It's just the way they molded the head is a little off to me. But, you know, it works. I can see some people putting this on their More Than Meets the Eye shelf. I've already seen some people doing the newer version of Hot Rod, where he's, I guess, from the comics. I haven't really read them. I haven't gotten a chance to read comics. I would really love to. I really want to read those comics. And seeing that, you know, Hot Rod or Rodimus has changed himself to that more purple and blue, that looks really good. But like I said, not bad. Can't wait to see what Takara has planned for this guy. And recently, with the announcement of Cup and seeing pictures of that, it's going to be nice having all the Autobot Target Masters. So let's hope for the others like Sure Shot, Crosshairs. What was the other one? I know someone's gonna put it down in there. So, like I said, really excited for, you know, really like this guy. You know, he does have some issues, but nothing. A little bit of customizing can't fix. Just a simple little bit of hobby knife and some paint. But other than that, this has been Dalton at Dalton CFs. Hope you guys enjoyed Hot Rod. Check out all the links down in the description below for my Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook page, as well as the playlist that this guy is going to be in for Titan's Return. Look forward to the others that are coming out in this line. Six Shot should be here sometime within the next few weeks, or sooner, hopefully. And that pretty much does it. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see y'all next time. You know, one thing I completely forgot to mention is the collector card. Wow, way to... Wow. Okay, anyways. Real quick look. Same basic artwork as the box. You got that 10, 9, 10, and 10. And then, you know, increased to 13, 13, 12, and 15 for firepower. Because, you know, it's Firebolt. So, also they've got the newly designed logo here for the intelligent, for pretty much everything, just so you can see that this is strength rather than someone, you know, like a bodybuilder. Obviously looks kind of like Blur and that. So there's that.